We are back, Rams franchise. In the last stream, we went over the second half of the season, weeks 10 through 18, as well as the playoffs where we got one and done against the Chicago Bears. In this stream, we're going over the offseason. As you can see in the top right, Troy Franklin, he is not returning. We offered him a contract. He said no, and well, it's going to be around 44 million to franchise tag him, so we're going to say no on that part. So looks like we're going to be losing Troy Franklin to free agency. Not even a trade. Could tag and trade, but I ultimately don't think it's worth it. I don't think a team would realistically want to pay that much for him. So yeah. These are the players we are going to be losing. As you see, we have 29 million in cap space. We are going to be saying goodbye to all of these players, unfortunately. And it's official. Free agency, we could go after someone. 30 million cash space. Ultimately, I don't know who we'd go after. Troy Franklin, the third most sought after guy. I'm not actually offering him. I just simply want to see. Okay, it's the New England Patriots. If there's a good wide receiver here, it could be someone we look to go after, but I mean, like Ron Tomlinson. Ooh, Broderick Bingham, a former guy for us. He does have three teams interested in him, however. I'll give you an extra little 100K. Make it 1.2 mil. We are in the lead. This is a dude we drafted last year in the sixth round. We ended up designating him to the practice squad where the New York Jets picked him up immediately. So if we're able to bring him in, I feel like that would be a good move by us. You know what? Go on, Broderick. If you didn't have anyone offering, I would have been fine, but you do. So we're gonna go ahead and let you go where you want to go. Could get a mentor bridge player in Romeo Dobbs, who is a scheme fit. Don't think that's quite worth it, and these guys are all too high overall. Oh, this is a tempting one. Should we do it? I will give you the literal bare minimum Tutu Atwell. Don't expect anything more from me. Oh, there was a decent center here we could have gone after. Two of them, honestly. Even down here, Michael Bass isn't that bad, but I think we are going to commit to drafting one. Gonna go ahead and advance, see if we end up signing anyone. I think it's smart that we save our money if we can bring Tutu Atwell in. He knows the team. Granted, it has been a coordinator change since. It looks like Troy Franklin will bring his talents. Julian Love and David Edwards retire. Troy Franklin bringing his talents to Foxborough. Troy Franklin electing not to, or excuse me, Troy Franklin. Tutu Atwell electing not to resign quite yet. Still has not signed. There's a good chance he just says, you know what, I don't want to sign with you. Wrong one. I saw something. I want to see if no. Did we sign anyone? No, Tutu Atwell just straight up elected to not sign. All right. Jake London also going to the Patriots. Wow. Okay, we're gonna see what players. Obviously, Troy Franklin signed. Jalen Hurts goes to the Steelers. Sam Cosmi goes to the Patriots. Christian Darrisaw goes to the Patriots. They were going all in apparently. Tua goes to the Chargers. And the other guy we had, Seahawks signed Kalijah Cansey. Chargers signed JOK. Or excuse me, Chargers, Cardinals. And Darrell Long. Nick Thurston signed with the Titans. Seahawks signed Montrell Phelps and Evan Hartwell. And Von Molden. A 60 overall ends up signing with the Panthers. Wow. With that being said, I assume Keegan Broyles ends up going unsigned. Yes, he does. Anyone else who was major? Bo Emmer, he ends up going unsigned. Oh, I was about to say that's not our guy. I think that was everyone who I can remember at least who was like impactful. Yeah. We do have some private workouts we get to do, however. Going to do the ones we don't have favorited. Actually, we'll do the one we do have favorited, as well as these other round 2 for frees. Hopefully one of them ends up being good. Moment of truth. Wide receivers. Okay. Bam. Look at that. That's who we're drafting. 100%. No questions asked. I knew he was good. That's why I had him favorited. Oh, I suppose I should also show you guys. You know me. Recently, I've been doing some off-camera scouting. Here are all the guys who I believe are good, whether it be at like these guys round 1 or they're just good for where they're projected to go. I feel like. So with that being said, there we go.
Every career starts as a dream.
We're gonna skip all the way up to 23. We don't pick again until the second round, and there are 2 players who I'd like to take here. Actually, it looks like one of them might have went already. Yeah, there was a left guard who was projected to go round 1. He's no longer here, so I guess he got nabbed. But either way, I would still like to trade, hopefully with a team who's willing to offer their. I want 20. What is it? Looks like 2032. I want 8. Oh, come on! I need someone who either has 2 seconds or a first and second. It doesn't look like anyone has that. I want to trade down. You don't have any good ones? No. No. Looking for either 2 seconds or a first and a second that are good. Like Chargers, pick's not good. Chiefs not good. Not good. No. Not good. No. 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 Does not look like any team has multiple second round picks. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yep. Alright, looks like we'll be staying put then. And I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to go with. I do need center, but there is, however, Greg Whitaker. I'm hoping he'll just straight up fall to us. Keenan Poindexter. 11 took him at 20. That's bullshit. Bro. There's so many good players. I think we just go until we're willing to trade up. Trey Bulla, was that our guy? No, we're looking at Henry McDowell. Pause draft. No. Because I want to trade up without giving away my second round pick. I just know the Seahawks are going to take him, is what sucks. We're going to go Philly and hope that fourth round pick we're able to trade up with. Almost was bad there. Value-wise, I think we have to take McDowell. 25, took him at 60, hidden dev. And maybe move him to center. Sure. Okay, not even close. I think we might have to work with him moving to center. Give him a year to develop behind it, unless this dude's. I mean, who knows? Maybe he falls to us. Oh, there he goes. I mean, at the earliest, I was looking at Pittsburgh, so he wouldn't even. So, yeah. There is a day free center who I could grab as a backup. There is a good D tackle who I could grab as well. I think the move is probably, like I talked about, look at the Steelers, grab a D tackle. I'm not willing to trade up. If they go, they go. The D tackle went, okay. But we do have, like I said, this other guy who we can go with. And then a bunch of day free guys who are all guards or centers. Or we could take a flyer on DeAndre Dunbar. I mean, I favorited him for a reason. Take a flyer on DeAndre Dunbar. Bit of a reach, not the worst. Ultimately, I can live with that. Without hesitation, or is there? We're going Brian Young. Bit of a reach, but we lock up a guy we wanted. We'll go edge because we have so many safeties. Okay. This isn't looking like a great draft. Holy shit, I am butchering this draft. I mean, you're both the same age, so we'll go with you two. But as for who's better, we'll go Scott Parks. Sure, we'll go the other one. I don't know who to go with here's the issue. We'll go strong safety. We are drafting a free. 94, wow. Yeah, we'll gladly take that. Patrick Livingston are the two I'm looking at. If they're still there for undrafted free agency. Okay, Livingston won't be. Kirkpatrick. Yeah, Kirkpatrick is going to still be here. Devarius Ward and Colton Miller call quits. I mean, I'm just making this known. Fuck out of here. He's having star dev. He was a first round pick. McDowell, I don't even remember. He has hidden, which pretty good overall as well. 75. D tackle, 68. As much as it's not terrible. It's it's something we can work with. 66, same thing. It's something we can work with. 63 was a bust. 64 was a bust. 67, pretty good. 69 and 70 to end the draft. These final three were good picks. Now, hopefully Kirkpatrick ends up being good. Hopefully he's still there. Uh, Now it's unfortunate because the CPU ends up getting priority because their CPUs, they can just do it immediately rather than it being a race. There we go. He is still there. We'll take him without hesitation. I thought that Jaquaylin Agnew, what a name. All right, so pretty mediocre draft. I feel like this was a draft going into it where it was really like we had only a few positions in mind to go after. With center, we got our backup. He isn't a starter, so but we do have McDowell, who I do have faith can be a center if we need him to be. We drafted him with the sole idea of him being a center. So we're gonna move him over. He does drop to a 72. Out of curiosity, what would Isaiah Dawson's center rating be? An 83. So with that being said, I actually think we move Dawson over. And we probably look to trade Bortolini because for a team who's going to be competing, he will be a valuable guy. A cheap guy who's a 79, 30 years old. I think he has the bridge mentor. Don't really want a player. The Chargers are offering a decent bit though, so oh geez. Okay. A third this year and then a fifth and seventh next year. I can easily get behind that. Easily. I also need to see maybe no one wanted Kirkpatrick. That could also just be it. Because if we go to corner, I mean there are some decent guys. Like Antoine Harris looks to be pretty good. I'm thinking we go with like Kawhi Dobbins though, because he has 90 speed. And a 67, he is 23, but I think that's something we can. Plus, he went to Notre Dame, so like he went to a big school. It sucks that none of these good players are a scheme fit, though. Yeah, shoot. We'll take a flyer on Kawhi Dobbins, and that'll probably do it for our free agent signings. Puts us up to 68 out of 75. Or I guess we could check like all the positions. Like, wow, Matthew Kovacs being here is pretty good. A 69 overall at 22 years old. We don't really need a quarterback though, so we're gonna stick where we're at. I'm looking at Jamal Harvin right now. We're gonna quickly check how Jamison Leno's receiving skills are, and if okay, his catching's pretty good. So I don't think we signed him either. We don't need to sign a receiver. Yeah, all the good D tackles are gone. Go ahead and give an offer to Daquan McCarthy, though. Scheme fit, 63, 21 years old. Ooh, could potentially have something. Cornerback, I feel like we already addressed it, but maybe there's another guy who I was missing. Also, go ahead and sign Shamir Furman. He could potentially be a guy we look to move over to safety. Or, nonetheless, be a practice squad guy. Nah, you're gone, bro. Alright, we end up with 70 out of the 75 guys. Everything else is good. Darren Aldridge is, for the moment, going to get the start, but who knows? One last thing we need to do. Boy Ramon Fletcher, or Rashard Fletcher. Is he going to be a future starter? Probably not. The hope is he turned into a solid wide receiver 4. Because Darren Aldridge we're probably not going to re-sign now because he's getting up there in age, and then Antoine Mays should be going as well, so maybe not this year, but next year. So we will be making money, essentially. We're not making money. Saving money. Knew it. Chet Pagel is our starter. Well, I say starter, our backup. Technically starter. And the kick is good. Holy shit. I get it's a screenplay, but I was not expecting them to get that much pressure. "17 seconds and 1 timeout, 13 yards away from the end zone." I was being fucking dragged by the other dude. I don't know if you saw that. Where the dude I was using just kept going out the field. The fucking receiver was just running with me. The tight end was open. I seriously just couldn't do anything. It is currently belt to ass. Poindexter, number 0. Love it. Antoine Mays. Chet Pagel with a beautiful throw. Touchdown. Dickerson. Have no idea who you are. You get the first down though, so good on you, I guess. Maybe a backup power back or something. I don't know. Oh, 4th and 1. Oh shoot! I didn't mean the. I thought it was 3rd and like 15. It said. Chet Pagel can run. He's gonna get in. Guard number 80 to tight end. Ball's out. Smith forced the fumble and recovered it. We got to remember that. Kawhi Pierman on a reception is going to get the first down. Poindexter, haven't seen a whole lot of him quite yet. "45-yarder for Joshua Carty. I've had some trouble kicking lately. Not with that one, right down the middle. But 17-13 with 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 4 they face. Did he really catch that inbounds? I ultimately don't think there's enough to overturn it. One hell of a catch. Looked like his foot was going out, and he somehow managed to reel that thing back in. What a throw, by the way, as well by the quarterback. Baker! I don't think his foot was down, but we will take it. Let's see what you're made of, Jamison Leno. I am a big fan of his. I have, like, it looks like he already got injured. It's a Kawhi Pierman out there. Wow. Fuck off. What an interception. I didn't think anyone would get there in time. Great play by Hyde there. Wasn't the greatest throw by the quarterback. Third and 22. Wow. It is preseason, by the way, so as you can tell, I'm not really into commentating. Like I said, it's preseason. There's not much really talking about. We're just letting these guys have their moment. Down he goes. 3rd and 19. All right, 4th down. What a catch! Wow. They did take a timeout, though, so they're now committing on this drive. And then bro really went from, game-saving catch to fucking not even turning around. That's the dude who just caught that ball on us. Under 30 seconds, this will probably be the final meaningful drive. Fourth and 1. They still have a timeout as well. They could just run the ball to get the first down here. Have to be careful though, because like I said, one timeout. Inbounds, they're going to have to burn that thing. And it's incomplete! Beautiful coverage. That was a hospital ball. Number 12 got lit up. But just beautiful way to end this game. Jameson Leno is back out there, so get him one last carry. Looks like Steelers were not having any of it. Oh, there is a few things we could talk about, especially now that we're in a break between games. So the voting, the owners are voting today on a few. The NFL owners are voting on a few things today. They've already voted some. The big ones being the Lions actually withdrew their NFL's playoff seeding proposal. So the playoff seeding is going to stay the same. It didn't even get to it because, like I said, they withdrew it. So I guess they maybe saw, all the fans are like, maybe it's not the best idea. So that's staying the same. They just announced. I say just. This was a while ago. What's it called? The onside kick. It's now going to be 1 yard closer, which I don't know how big of a difference that's going to make. But also, you can now call it whenever you. It doesn't have to be fourth quarter. You still have to be losing, but it can now be whenever. I still think they should make it to where it's tied as well. I also don't really know why it matters. You have to declare it. I mean, it. I don't think it should matter. I mean, I get it because it could be the same thing with how the tush push is, where one team can master it and the others, well, can't. But speaking of the tush push, the tush push actually got announced half an hour ago that it will be staying the same. Like, it's not banned. Wow. So, in order for a play or for something to get passed, it needs to be 24 like voting in that in its favor or more, and it got 22. So it was two people away from getting banned. So, there's a good chance this is the final year we see it. And I've voiced my concerns, and people are having about, oh, I'm saying this because you're Packers fan. Yes, I am. I feel like, and I don't. It's a very, it's a coin. All right. No matter how many times you're gonna flip it, there are people who are gonna love it or hate it. All right, it's gonna land on heads or tails. If it lands on the fucking middle, you have a cheating coin. Um, do I think the play is broken? Yes. Do I think it should be banned? Not necessarily. I think there needs to be modifications. For example, the defense isn't really allowed to push each other due to injury concerns, but the offense is. That's no. If the offense can push in that scenario for and fourth and inches, fourth and a yard situations, the defense should be able to do that too. That's my voice of concern. Either that, or you can't have fucking 3 people be pushing, or I know it's like 1 or 2 yards away. Make it more. I think it is a good play, but it needs modifications. Shout out Adam Schefter, by the way. I hate the dude, but he's the one reporting on all these. I don't know what other official news things are going to come out. I know the NFL is allowing players to compete in the Olympic flag football. It makes sense. What I have heard is it is during training camp or going to be during some time of camp. So I don't know how many people are exactly going to be willing to do that. We'll just go impact blocking, sure. So I do think there is potential we see NFL guys. I don't know how big the names are going to be though. There's that fucking I don't know his name. The 5'8", 5'9" dude who's like, oh, I'm better than Mahomes. He could be the fucking starter quarterback. I wouldn't be happy with it because of all the shit he's talking, but hey, whatever. Let him do his thing. Oh, it looks like the whole owners meeting is over. Actually, it looks like it was literally just to talk about one, the playoff seeding, which didn't even make it. It got withdrew. Two, I know there was that flag football thing, but I think that was yesterday. There was the tush push, and then there was the onside kick, which I didn't even know about. So there's that. There's also competition committee. I don't know what that is. That sounds like that might not have even been like an owner thing. That sounds like that might have been like some people in the NFL. I don't know what that is, but that's probably why I never heard of it. Ultimately, like I said, I don't think it really matters. I think it's a change that's going to be so minor that we might not even see it this season. Because I don't think there's going to be a team who's willing to call. I mean, unless totally, and when I say minor, I mean the only situation we're going to see it if it's like the fucking Dolphins Broncos a few years back, where it was, speaking of Broncos who were playing, where it was 70-20. That could be a situation where we see it. But other than that, like, if the score is 24-23 in the third, with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, I don't think we're going to see anybody calling an onside kick. I couldn't get the pass away in time. It was literally, I forgot to check last week's stat or last game's stats, so we're gonna have to do that if it's still a thing. I'm still able to. I want to know how our first round rookie did. Good. I don't think he put up a single catch while I was playing with him. Ooh, he doesn't get there. What a catch! Four for 55, and we're not even 5 minutes into the second quarter. Samuel's going off. Where did I draft him? First round? Maybe the second? So, as I said, ultimately, I think this next season, then, especially with how the votes ended, is going to be the final kind of season where we see the tush push. Well, not final season. It's going to be kind of the make or break for the tush push. If it gets kept or banned. Because I think ultimately after this year, if it doesn't get banned, then I don't think it's going to. Unless literally the only way I see it getting banned is if, injuries come into play, which I don't remember there being any injuries so far, so I don't know if there will be. Granted, it doesn't really matter what the play is, an injury could always happen. You never know. So yeah, I'm not upset that it didn't get banned. I'm a bit upset that we haven't seen any modifications yet to it. Obviously, like I know, they just did not the season that just passed, but the one before where you have to be a yard back before you can start pushing, which I don't think is a big issue. I think it's more necessarily that the defense can't push is my big concern. I think if the defense can push, then perfect. We have literally like rugby. The other thing I think is, I think if they're going to do that, I think card counting shouldn't be as strict as it is. Because we saw that Commanders game where they did it, 4 plays in a row, and the official was already like, oh, if you keep doing it, we're going to give the team an automatic touchdown. Don't allow them to hard count it then. That's an injury concern. We saw fucking Frankie Louvu jumping over the line. Fuck! Yeah, that's my concern on it. I think it's a fine play. I absolutely hate it. I think it should be allowed. I just think it needs serious modifications. Oh my goodness. Fucking torched. Come on, Poindexter. This is where we need you to step up. Not fucking Antoine Mays. So yeah. Ultimately, I'm not really going to give a shit. I don't really watch the Eagles. Well, it's nothing because of the Eagles. There we go, Poindexter. It's more so when I'm watching football. I'm watching Sunday Ticket plus Red Zone. And the Eagles are a national team. Alright? They're good, which means, the fucking all the main channels that do football games, they're playing the Eagles. So it's nothing to do with the Eagles. It kind of is. Stop being good, and I'd be able to watch you more. Are you kidding me, Antoine Mays? I was like, that's the perfect play. Yoda just got us like 5 yards. Oh, now we gotta fucking rely on Dickerson. I don't know why I said that like it's a bad thing. Look at him. We took a timeout, so we're committed. This is going to be pretty much our final drive. Depending on how fast we score, Denver might have a chance, but all I know is I'm planning on going for 2. Our guys cannot. These are contested catches that are in our receiver's favor. I mean, wow. I don't know what to do. They're locking up on defense. Come on, Ramon Fletcher, or whatever your name is. The CPU draft pick. Get your head in the game. We're going to take a timeout. 4th and 2. This is a big play. We need to talk about this one. Hike! Hike! Like, holy shit, how many times did I have to press the fucking hike button? We still have a timeout. We're 18 yards away, 15 seconds. We're in a good spot. Now we have to take our timeout. And now it's all going to be about 1, getting out of bounds, or 2, finding the open guy. We are out of timeouts. All right, here we go. 1 play. Also, why did you stick your hands down? You have that if you keep your hands up. Granted, I don't know if you catch it because, like I said, you guys seem to suck with contested catches. Oh, man. Weren't quite able to get it done. 4 yards short. I was trying to pitch it back and it wouldn't let me. 14 for 20, not bad. 17 for 25, that's pretty good as well, considering a lot of those incompletions were towards the end. Jameson Leno getting a good 6 for 26. And Dear Queen sucked ass, but got a touchdown. Kawhi Pearman. Receiving! Derek Samuels leads the way, 5 for 78 and a touchdown. Keenan Poindexter, 4 for 64 and a touchdown. Way to go off. Rashard Fletcher. Said Ramon, it's Rashard. 4 for 44. Channing Gatewood, 4 for 26, 4 for 43 for Ramirez, 3 for 24 for Mays, 2 for 38 for Nakua. Blocking. Mac Bates, Isaiah Dawson allowing the sacks. Defensively, tackles for loss, Damian Pierre. Anyone new who's Forrest Hayward. I'll say all these guys are guaranteed spots. Forrest Hayward and DeMarcus Woods, we're going to remember that. Interceptions, we didn't have any. I know we had a forced fumble by Josh Good. He somehow ended up recovering 2 of them. Oh, that was the last game I'm thinking of. And then kick and punting doesn't really matter. All right, so decisions. One more game for a lot of these guys to prove that they should be, on this team, or, maybe not on this team. Maybe they just say, hey, I'm worth, the opportunity. Because like I said, there's other teams. There's 31 other teams. Maybe it works out for one of them, but maybe not for us. Rushing was not the greatest, but there's no real competition there. Poindexter went for 2 for 40. I guess I just wasn't there. I mean, all of these guys, looks like we have a really solid receiving room. Harry McDowell allowed a sack defensively. Looks like we have pretty good competition. Matthew Smith, Shaquille Buckner, Percy Burgess, Stanley Russell. Okay, gotta remember these guys. Wendell Baker, the forced fumble and recovery went to Matthew Smith, I think, has earned his spot. One more game against the Bengals. We're going to then do our roster cuts. And you know how I am. I normally like to do the scouting off camera simply because, well, there is no because. I don't know. I just feel like it's not really entertaining. Oh, I just realized we won our first preseason game, so we're not even worried about going winless this preseason. In fact, we were, a few yards away from potentially Nazir Queen. Thank goodness you were there. Ooh, that was terrifying. They're trying to injure Carl Crawford. It'll be good. Darren Aldridge, I mean, you're spot on the line. Like, we might have to give the first rounder the opportunity. Pretty much untouched into the end zone, and we'll take it. I mean, depending on Darren Aldridge's stats this game. Oh shit, Carl Crawford, stop fumbling the football. Perfect power isn't enough. Bang! 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 Read that shit. They are getting pressure a lot. This is concerning. Okay, we managed to lose yardage. Okay. Kawhi Pierman out there. Interesting. I like it. Oh my gosh. That was a bad read on my end. What a defensive play there. And they're going to go for it. All right. Well-timed break up there. 4th down. Game on the line. What a catch. We brought the blitz. It didn't get there. They picked it up well. That one, on the other hand, read it like a book. You know what? They're going to pass. Which is insane to say when you look at where they're at. They're going to pass. Okay, they're not. Way to make me look silly. Let's go. What a completion. Right after the catch. I mean, let's watch this. Okay, he catches it at the 45 and he ends up getting, what is that, like 25 run after the catch? That was a horrible cut there. I mean, they're not going to take timeouts. I'm just going to let this clock wind on down. I have confidence my defense can stop yours. We sold you to a field goal. Does he get in? Go on, Ono. Cap off this drive. A minute and 3 and 2 timeouts for the Bengals. What a tackle. They take a timeout already, though. One timeout, 58 seconds. Gotta be careful with these inbounds plays with only one timeout in less than a minute. Good break up there. Newman, we'll remember that. They gotta be careful. They're facing 3rd down. They need to get the 1st down before they have to worry about the touchdown. Let that clock run. Alright, they gotta go 40 yards in 30 seconds. No timeouts. Newman has superstar debt. Oh, that's our fucking first round corner or whatever last year. I don't know why I'm like, oh, I remember that. We're going to take a timeout. Have time to adjust. They were going to get a playoff anyway. Might as well give each team some time to think about it. All right. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what I'm calling man up 3 deep. Let's go. Good win, good win, good win. Look at Chet Pagel, only had to throw 6 passes. And just one incompletion was my fault and it was an interception. But everyone did good on the ground game. Wyatt Pearman especially there. Carl Crawford's fumbling twice is a concern. Derek Samuels 5 for 34. He started off good, but it looks like didn't do well. Darren Aldridge 4 for 36. Oh boy. Puka Nacua with 2 touchdowns. I personally think we give it to Poindexter just because his window is significantly better. With Drummond allowing a sack, defensively, tackles for loss. Mario Conley, Javier Edwards. These are a lot of the guys who are roster or fighting for a roster spot. All right, here's the real question now. Going into the bye week, who are we gonna elect to keep? Who are we gonna elect to kick to the curb? We do have a media interview. Jonathan Taylor ends up getting cut. Wow. Won the game. Okay, we're gonna go by position. I mean, I guess we'll practice squad you since we're able to. But you three can be chill for now. Halfback. Chill. Fullback. Shouldn't be anyone. Okay, good. They were automatically cuts. U4, 5. We'll practice squad Beasley. Rashard Fletcher's down to normal dev since he didn't play, obviously. You got to play in order to keep it. Gabe Robinson, we're going to unfortunately say goodbye to you. Left tackle, you're both fine. Guard, you're both, well, Paul Walker could be gone. Practice squad, you. Right guard, don't need this many guys, so we're cut you. Paul Walker will practice squad. Let these young guys kind of do their thing. Forrest Hayward, you're fine. Right end. Chris Lloyd will practice squad. D tackle. Practice squad. Outside linebacker. Shit. Actually, hold on. Maybe there's some good news. There's not. There's one player left. We'll practice squad Dickerson. Alright, the last thing we'll do is keep auto-generator rookies. Right. And that is going to do it. We start out by playing the reigning Super Bowl champs. What a start. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I'll see you guys next time where we'll go through weeks 1 through 9. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.